So BTC busy printing some new highs. Is this the start of a squeeze that we're going to get? If it is, some of these trade setups I'm going to give you today are going to start ripping. Things could get very spicy for us in the next couple of hours. So lots to talk about here today, guys. It's Friday. Let's hit the stuff. And remember, as always, hit that like, hit the bell, hit the subscribe. You know the man is here. He's chilling. He likes some likes, that type of thing. You know what you need to do for him. And Chaos had such a great comment.
Smash those likes.
There we go. Where's that comment from Chaos?
Happy Friday, fam. Happy Friday. Ron Jeremy, we should get him on the show. Let's get Ron Jeremy on the show.
Guys, it's green. It's green. Please get this to stay green for now. And I've just jumped into an ETH long. Okay, this is a high risk play that I've taken here on ETH in anticipation of some type of squeeze. So if you want to go to zero with me, you can jump in on ETH and literally go to zero with me right now. Let's see if we're going to get that squeeze. If we get that Bitcoin pop, we're going to see a little bit of action I would expect on ETH and pretty much everything. So Banter bubbles, it's a little bit slow here today, but looking pretty green. Doge is still pumping. Look at that. Doge on the right-hand side, 11%. ENA, I gave you that one 2-3 days ago. That thing is starting to pick up a little bit of steam. So all is looking good. Brett, we had a nice pump today, but all is well. So far, so good, in spite of the choppy conditions that we have had, especially the WSOT traders who've been feeling the heat, the up, down, up, down, up, down. Maybe we're going to get some relief now today. Maybe some of these trades that we've been teeing up are going to start moving for us. So let's look at BTC right now. We are on the 1 hour today, and looking at what is going on here, you can see we have broken some highs here. This is pretty interesting. So earlier today, I was pointing out in Sniper Club, this is not a good look. We had a double top forming there on BTC, and we needed to invalidate that pretty quickly. So now we have, and we've broken those highs from earlier today. So if you are looking for a little bit of action today, your first line of support that you want to watch on BTC, 67,600. That is zone number one. 67,600. Then a little bit lower down, you can see our lows from where they front ran our big level. That is 66,600. You can watch that. And to the downside, I still maintain this is a hot zone for me. And well, we're actually going to, let's actually lift this up. Look at this. We're going to raise this now. We get a little bit more action. Bang. Look at that. The lows now tie in with our bullish 236 fib. That is a cooker now. Okay, so now we've got 66,600. Okay, big level now, 66,600. That's my new hot zone to the downside if we get a little push a little bit lower. And 𝗬𝗓𝗓𝗓, why are you trying to short Popcat, bro? Come on, bro. You're asking for trouble when you try and short that cat. Okay, upside, what are we looking at? This is the big zone. I think 69.70 is going to be a challenge. I think there's a potential short opportunity here. We'll have to see what these bulls do. We're going to have to look for the type of reaction we get when we push into that zone. But right now, expecting a squeeze, expecting a push higher until proven. Otherwise, you can see our fun line is still in play. So nothing wrong with this fun line. You can see we are still riding. Anything above that line is fun. Anything under here is less fun. Okay, that's when we moody, we grumpy on the weekend, those type of things. So watch the trend line, watch these levels. Is it squeeze time? I've just opened. It's a little bit sneaky. Okay, a little. I'm looking for a big one here on ETH. I want to see a proper pop here so we can have some real fun. You can see BTC is absolutely cooking here on ZoomX for me. And risky ETH long, I'm going to show you the chart in a second. My stop loss is currently, it's a hard stop, 2,569. So if they want to come and rinse me, they're going to rinse me down to 2,569. This is a squeeze play, looking for a big move now on ETH. Let's see how that is going to play out. So I'll show you that chart quickly before we jump into a couple of other things. And this is the chart I dropped in Sniper Club a couple of minutes ago. And this is what we're looking at. So you can see on the 1 hour ETH, big horizontal here in play. What is dangerous for me? Big push into this region, take out some of that liquidity you can see here on the left-hand side. Then a hard rejection. I'm thinking the bulls need to step in here. That is where the bulls need to come in. If the bulls aren't coming in there, there's lots of errors going on here. If the bulls don't step in there, then I suspect we're getting quite a hard Bitcoin rejection as well. And then we're most likely going to get invalidated. Now, remember what invalidated means, guys. I'm going to actually let you tell me in the chat. When a trader says his trade has been invalidated, what is he actually telling you? Let me know in the chat. This is a test. I want to see. Well, I want the right answers. Okay, so that is the current ETH play, and I see Stefan sold his car. He was 200x, bro. What's going on with you? Okay, so ETH play. You can see this is my stop here, 2569. That would mean we are invalidated, and this rising trend gets lost, and then they start sending us to zero. Okay, and then we pick up the pieces on Sunday on the next show, and we reload. Okay, and we make sure we are happy. I do have near for you guys, and we've got a near play coming in for you. Okay, so let's go. How's your October, Ray? How's your October?
Bullish, baby.
It's bullish. Okay, because mine's bullish now. We bullish October, 7% up. Things are looking hot here for us. And just a little bit of stuff in the news, guys. Remember, I've told you this before. Google search trends for Bitcoin have hit a yearly low below 20. This is similar to late January, February 24, before Bitcoin skyrocketed from 74K to 71K. If you like this type of stuff, follow me on Twitter at the Lord of Entry. Okay, that's the one. So remember, I remind you guys again, if you have done all the hard work, you're in Sniper Club, you watching my show daily, you doing all these types of things, you are way ahead of these retail guys. Okay, when Bitcoin starts pushing 75K, 80K, they coming in to buy these altcoins. Okay, and we're going to outsmart this retail because they're going to be our exit liquidity. So if you've been doing all the hard work now, congratulations, keep on grinding. You have an edge over all these retail guys that are going to be coming in later, that are going to be pumping our bags. Okay, and we're going to make sure we trade the shit out of these things. Okay, so just look out for that retail wave. It is going to come back at some point. And this really actually just feels like me some days. I mean, this was me today, yesterday, and in fact, the last 2 days. Who else has had a bit of a struggle in the WSOT trying to trade this chop, or just in general leverage trading? I mean, this was literally me. And this is my parents in their 30s. I bought you this house. I love you so much. And this is me. Support, resistance, support, resistance, support. I mean, Ray just told me. Ray slept like 1 hour or something. That oak's been trading for the last 24 hours. I mean, he's absolute savage. So that's basically me and Ray there. I mean, he even looks like me. He's got more hair than me, this guy. But yeah, it's basically the same situation here. And then just regarding transactions and things, meme coins continue to show strength. We know that, okay? Nothing new. Sol and Sui leading the way with number of transactions. We know. Tons of Sol meme coins, tons of Sol shit coins going on there. Sui as well. The memes are hotting up on Sui, and that is why now things are starting to look okay. I gave a long trade on Sniper Club on Sui today. If we get a squeeze, I think that thing is going to start pumping a little bit. And here was a sign yesterday that we might be getting a squeeze. And Ali Charts posted 58% of all accounts on Binance with open Bitcoin positions are going short. Okay, 58% we're going short. That smells. It's starting to stink. It's the stench.
You're gonna get wrecked.
Oh, bullish at these levels. Okay, Marty Party, just reminding everybody the macro conditions. Don't forget, guys, things are tying in nicely here. We're getting rate cuts all over the world. The EU just cut rates again, so they're 0.75% now. As you know, USA, Canada, UK, they're all coming down. China's got extra pump liquidity coming in. Things are looking good. From a macro perspective, we saw that Hang Seng was doing really well in Asia as well earlier today. So S&P also responding very nicely, still looking good, still looking strong. We had a red day yesterday, pushing up a little bit today and helping crypto, I think helping sentiment a little bit too. And we've also noted NVIDIA is about to break or close to all-time highs. And crypto bull, bro, XRP pumping, minus 1.27. When are these XRP guys going to learn? Can somebody tell me when the XRP guys are going to learn? Ray, do we have any answers yet as to what it means when your trade is invalidated? Do we have any comments yet, bro? I need to know. I need to know if my students have been listening.
Some people said that the trade is wrong. Some people said that you're fucked. What else?
Yes. Invalidated is literally when you fucked up the trade, okay? Just wear it. Okay, you fucked it up. Move on. Okay, but we say invalidated. It sounds better. It sounds like way more intelligent than us just drawing lines all over the place. Okay, so S&P looking good. Okay, no changes. My Prime XBT guys, I'm having so much fun again on Prime XBT trading the S&P. And other than that scalping of Bitcoin that I like to do on here, look what's going on here. S&P 500. We're logging this thing to 6,000. So I'm waiting for this to carry out and just carry on moving for us here as we go. So Prime XBT, having a bit of fun here. If you want to have a go on the S&P, come and join me on Prime XBT. Okay, let's go. Liquidation heat map. Let's take a look at that. And Jordan, come on. Guys, when are they going to learn? When these XRP guys going to learn? They must stop buying it. It's horrible. Okay. Liquidation heat map. Look at the squeezy stuff all the way up here. Look at that 69,100. There's a yellow band up there. These must be new shorters now adding their stops. Look at that all the way up to even 69,600. Looks like an interesting zone, but I must warn you, look to the downside here. 67. Look at all these longs starting to line up. Okay, at some point, I expect them to come and grab some of that liquidity later on. So let's not get let's not FOMO too hard. Pick one or two of your best bangers here and just understand if you're going to get invalidated, they might come down to the 67K. They might come down to the 66K. And remember, that is our hot zone there to the downside, 66,500. That's an absolute banger zone down there for us. So just keep your eyes on that one. And then bigger picture, Raymond. Oh, this looks amazing at the moment. This really is starting to look good to me. Look at this thing. This is BTC on the daily. Let's just take a look at a couple of levels here. And these are potential rejection zones. So I've given you the levels on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour that we're looking at. These are alternate zones. You're going to see reactions in these types of areas. You're going to see lots of short attempts at these types of zones. And we're going to see how big the bulls are at the moment. Are these bulls going to start driving this thing through all of these levels? I mean, fuck me. This is going to get pretty exciting. I'm not going to lie. Let's see if we start getting a little bit of action here today. But if you want to be an absolute degen, these are potential short zones that I've highlighted here for you. 70K, 71,900, 72,700, 73,800. They will try. Okay, they will try, and let's see. Okay, but these are the areas. If you want to look for shorts, I'm going to try and grab one of these at some point. If I'm in front of my PC when this is happening, I'm going to try and grab a short on one of these guys. In fact, Ray, if we get a pump here today, let's try and short this thing as well. Let's have a go. And Bogdan, talking about Rune. Guys, we got Rune for you today. Okay, others. Okay, we know the story. Let's get into the alpha. Okay, others not so exciting today. Dominance, this is a problem. This is why these alts aren't doing that well at the moment. You can see dominance pumping into 60%. Still a problem for us, especially if BTC gives us a hard rejection. These alts are going to get wrecked, I'm telling you. So just be careful here. Make sure you are not FOMOing in too hard at the moment. Look out. Rejection only at 60%. So watch out with this dominance pumping. And as long as we're getting that rejection later on, then these alts should be okay. But if BTC rejects, we're going to feel some pain. These are not perfect altcoin conditions at the moment. Okay, so ETH, what do we got? Bang, let's go. Okay, so ETH is starting to cook. And guys, don't forget, ZoomX Comp, you need to join me, please. I'm going to get my account going early next week. We're going to start trading the ZoomX Comp. I'm going to open a new channel in the Sniper Club for you guys. I'm going to drop tons of setups there for you guys, exactly like this ETH setup that I've just given you. So lots of that going down in Sniper Club. Just join me, jump in there on ZoomX in the show description. Okay, let's get on to some of the action. Yeah, let's go. Solana, you can see a lot of fuckery yesterday, and they try to sweat out a lot of stops. You can see what they did. They dropped us just below our 200-day moving average. They dropped us just below our 382, and they actually came and flushed 148 on Sol and then sent it straight up. Now, I've got a few horror stories from yesterday. One of them was Ondo actually survived. They missed my stop by like half a cent, but I got absolutely rinsed on Bonk. I was trading Bonk in the WSOT. They sent it down. My stop was 0.022222. I think I might have even told you guys that. 22222. They hit me at 0.022218. And they rinsed me, and then they sent it straight up. So if it's happened to you, it happened to me as well. Okay, so Sol. Oh no, Christina, what do you want to short? We can short Bitcoin. I gave you some areas there where we can short some BTC. Christina, we're waiting for this pump into a hot zone. Then we can grab a little short there. Okay. So Sol, 148 is your low. That is your main support you're going to watch. 150.5, you could use this as secondary support now if you are trading Sol at the moment. My Sol position that you guys know about from, I've been talking about it for a while. I'll show you when this WSOT is over. I want to add to Sol either 144, 145. I'm going to add to that position, or alternatively, big break here. Then I'm adding to that position on the retest. Anything in between for me, like I said yesterday, it's just noise. We could get a short down there, for example, at 162. We really want to break a big level here, or we want to retest a big level for me. So waiting patiently on Sol before we pull the trigger on that one. Okay, let's go. ByBit WSOT, and in a couple of positions. Now, a lot of chop yesterday, and still just holding around. I'm probably floating around 20th, give or take, at the moment. I'm on about 200% P&L, but still just hanging in there, waiting for a big move from these altcoins. You can see I'm in AVAX. I'm going to take you through that yesterday. I gave you the exact level on AVAX yesterday on my show. Hopefully you watched it, because I watched it and I grabbed that level when AVAX dropped into it. 𝗕𝗓, there's a scalp play on 𝗕𝗓 that I'm looking at right now. I've got the setup for you guys. It's coming. And then I've got TON. That was taken off an easy algo pivot play. I've got Rune. I gave that on Sniper Club earlier today. Popcat playing around with that thing. Also on Sniper Club live Zoom, I gave it. Chaos gave us Cass this morning as well. And then 𝗬𝗎 is another trade, also from Sniper Club earlier today. So that is what's going on. Lots of rinsage here. If the market reverses, you can see I'm sitting in AVAX at the moment. But if we get a squeeze here on AVAX, you can see on this chart here, looking for that pop, then I'm going to be adding to my AVAX position. We can try and grow that one and get a little bit more action. But you can see I'm generally running tight stops. Look at my current stop here on AVAX, 27.24 at the moment, with my average entry 27.29 is what we got. So if you guys were watching yesterday, hopefully you were. I gave you some important levels that we needed to pay attention to on a lot of these altcoins. Now, AVAX was one of them, and I zoomed out and I said to you guys, on the 4 hour, we've really got to zoom out. When things are choppy, doing that type of thing, we've got to zoom out, look at our big zones. Where are our big areas where we can get some kind of bounce? And the first one you can do is pull a fib from the absolute lows to the highs on the time frame you're watching. Then you can pull a fib from your next low to your next high, and we identified that 618 region, tied in with some horizontals there for us. It was a big level. So when we got that little dump onto that zone, that triggered a couple of buy orders. You can see that zone, that 618 banged perfectly there, 26.87. Nice little buy there for AVAX. So now, what is the current plan? Now we are waiting for a little trend break. So you can see I've shown you the lower time frame setup, but this is now AVAX on the 4 hour. If we get a trend break, I'm just watching this anchored VWAP here tied in with these horizontals, expecting a rejection in that type of zone. So if we do pump into that 28.2, looking for that rejection, the rebuy or the retest buy, for me, anything around 27.7, you don't want to go much lower than that, but some kind of retest in that region, 27.7, 27.6, that type of region. Nice little retest zone there for AVAX. So watch that one closely. And if you're looking for an exit plan, if you are sitting in this position currently, you need to understand what your current risk is. So your safest exit plan that I can give you is a close under 27.3. That means this 4 hour candle gets absolutely rinsed and they send this thing straight back down. I see Sylvester got the AVAX. You got it, guys. Yes. I mean, everyone paying attention. This makes me so happy. Wow. Guys, really, I really appreciate this, because I put a lot of work into these levels. I put a lot of work into these charts, and for your feedback to me, to tell me you actually got those levels, fuck, that makes me super happy. So well done, whoever does pay attention and whoever does play on some of these levels. Okay, so AVAX, you need to understand your risk. If you're sitting in an AVAX position right now, for example, what is your risk? Your risk is 2% for a candle close under that region. So if that is comfortable with you and you feeling squeezy and you feel like Bitcoin can push higher, this might be a potential pop trade for you there on AVAX. So 2% risk there for you. If we get that trend break, look for that retest. It will be so beautiful if you get that little retest there on AVAX. That's going to be your safest buy. And then I just want to point out MDX Wave Master here at the bottom. Look at this thing, this indicator on the 1 hour. We've printed two little yellow dots, snake eyes, and looking for a potential reversal here. You're looking here at the 1 hour, expecting some kind of grind higher. The last time we had a yellow dot print over there, you can see this thing started grinding a little bit higher. So I'm just using the MDX Wave Master, pretty simple little indicator that you guys can play with. And look, these things, I mean, these RSIs, these things, you always use them in conjunction with your TA and stuff like that. But a nice little guide here for us that we are or we're going to get some kind of bounce there on AVAX. Okay, so AVAX you have got. Looking for highs. Remember, if that thing starts pushing, de-risk quickly. Okay, make sure you are de-risked. And here is 𝗬𝗎. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, this is 𝗬𝗎 on the 1 hour. There still could be an entry here for some of you guys. I'm going to show you what is going on the 4 hour as well. So this was 𝗬𝗎 earlier today, and we were watching this squeezy setup on Sniper Club. I was looking for this vibe when you get that little squeeze, lots of higher lows, and then a pop. And that is now what we got out of 𝗬𝗎, and clear little rejection. Look at that. Rejection off an anchored VWAP, rejection off the horizontals, bang, bang. And that is now where we get, or we look for our retest play. So for me, 𝗬𝗎, if you're looking for an entry on 𝗬𝗎, your best buy is 2.06. That type of level there, 2.06 is what you're looking at. If it starts losing that zone, it tells me we are losing that rising trend. Then we need to be a little bit more careful, because then it tells us Bitcoin is rejecting and my ETH long into resistance is getting rinsed. Okay, it's as simple as that. So that is what you're going to watch now. 2.06 down to about 2.05 is what you can watch there on 𝗬𝗎. Look for that to hold. If that doesn't hold, rinse time. Rinse time. BTC's rejecting, alts are falling over, and things are getting a little bit messy there for you guys. I see 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗍𝗢 got 𝗬𝗎 at 2.05. Nice. Bruno's shouting squeeze. Chaos today evening. Not sure what's going on there. Sneakers Showroom says great calls as always. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. And Snake Eyes on Brett. Guys, I did hit a nice Brett trade, actually. I closed it at that resistance earlier, but I didn't pull it out for today. Unfortunately, I got too much content here for you guys. Popcat, let's go. And gave this one on star. Raymond, fuck me. Come on.
Let's fucking go.
Gave this one on the Sniper Club live today. I gave that entry there. Look at this absolute science coming to perfection here. 1.31 is what we were looking at on Popcat. It was falling over a little bit. We were looking for that little entry. Look what we got here. We got our 382 anchored VWAP, horizontal trend. Bang! Loving this vibe. And off she goes. So let's see. How's my little Popcat, my mini Popcat trade going here? There it goes. Okay, finally getting a little bit of legs here on Poppies. Look at that. Did I catch the absolute bottom of that move, Raymond? Did I? Look at this thing. Literally just buy it where I said I was buying it. Look at that. 1.319. Bang. And off she goes. Another absolute thing of beauty here on Popcat. Excuse me for getting a little bit excited. I just love this shit so much. Okay, let's go. Okay, so Popcat.
Everybody in the comments, let them know.
Let's go, Popcat. Let's go. Okay, so 𝗬𝗎𝗓𝗍, you mustn't short Popcat, bro. Okay, so 1.316. That is what our level was. Now we are looking for higher here on Popcat, and let's see where we can take things. So I'm going to just take some fibs from the highs to the lows, bang, and you can see our first danger zone. Look at this. 1.43, that is danger zone up there. So looking for a rejection in that type of region, look for that push. If we do get a bit more momentum, look for that rejection there. Okay, that is a danger zone for you. And Stefan, DJ Traders wet dream. Bro, I must say, I've been very obsessed trying to trade these memes on this WSOT. It's been, they're quite a good pumpers, I must say. Okay, so 1.43 is what you're looking at, rejection zone. Then another danger zone here for you, 1.49 is what you guys are going to be watching. Okay, so play safe there on Popcat. If you haven't got it now, you are a little bit late. Okay, you got big risk now. If you want to play this one now, your risk is about 4%. So just be a little bit safe there. Alternatively, join Sniper Club, guys. I gave it on the Zoom. I dropped it in the chats. It's all going down in there. Okay, there's a link in the description there for Sniper Club for you guys. Okay, let's talk Rune. Bogdan. Another one. Raymond. So excuse my excitement today. This Rune also. We dropped this one on the Sniper Club live. And while we were live on Sniper Club, I'm going to tell you guys the story quickly. While we were on the Sniper Club live, I was saying, guys, I'm waiting for Rune, but I want to see Rune down here, okay? And then they started buying it or something. Something started happening because Rune started pumping. Then I just waited, and bang, hits our zone, 4.85 on the anchored VWAP, on the 382, on the 200-day MA. Look at this banger. Look at that, 200-day MA, and bang, thank you very much. And off she goes. So let's look at a couple of targets here for Rune. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so if this move holds and this trend break holds, what are we going to look at? Where can we send this thing on the short term? Where do we send this thing on low time frames? Let's go highs to the lows with our fibs. And you can see 5.11. That is going to be your next danger zone there on Rune. 5.11. That is where you're at. Okay, so 5.11, that's a big rejection zone. And you can see right now we are in a horizontal rejection region as well. So just want to play safe. Now, remember, when you break this rejection region, then you can use that as support for your next level. So just be a little bit patient here. Look at these horizontals there. Right there. Okay, that is what you need. And when you start blowing that region, then you can use that as exit support. So let's say this trade starts pumping and you want to hold it for a while. You can bang your stop somewhere under that type of region in over there. So probably 4.9, 4.93, those types of things. So let this thing go higher. Look out for the rejection on the VWAP. Let's see if we get something along those lines there on Rune for now. So play it safe. You can see what to do. And Sniper Club, guys, if you are still in this thing, just raise your stop a little bit. Just de-risk. You know that Bitcoin can reject and send us back to zero just as quickly as we got you. Okay, so ETH is still cooking now. NVIDIA about to push all-time highs. Is it going to break all-time highs? What does that mean for us? From a crypto perspective, I think it's good for sentiment if it does, and I think it's good for AI tokens. So AI tokens have been looking pretty rubbish. I'm talking Render, Tao, Near, GRT. They've all been looking like absolute dog shit lately, and NVIDIA maybe pushing all-time highs could be good for these altcoins. So we do have work to do. Okay, big resistance here at the moment. If it rejects, I think these altcoins are going to be in trouble, but if it does start pushing higher, I think we're going to benefit on some of these. So I've pulled out a couple for you guys of interest for me. And the first one I want to show you is 𝗏𝗏. This is one of our favorite AI tokens to trade. And I want to give you a couple of areas of interest. Now, you can see I'm using MDX Wave Master here at the bottom. And you can see on the 4 hour, this thing is starting to turn higher. So it might be telling us on the short term that there could be a short-term bounce here on 𝗏𝗏. But I'm not getting excited. I'm not saying there's a massive bounce here on 𝗏𝗏. Could be some kind of short-term bounce. You can see this thing is hardly responding at the moment to what is going on. Then we can use Algo Master from MDX as well. And you can see on the 4 hour, we are in a clear downtrend at the moment. You can see their red sell signal is still in play, and we are in a red downtrend at the moment. Then if I click on the 8 hour, let's try and get the picture. You can see this 8 hour band is starting to settle now at the bottom as well. But we can see in this example on the left, this 8 hour sat at the lows for quite a long time before there was a bit of action. Let's just take a look there. And you can see this 8 hour sat here at these lows for a while here, while it drifted lower. So for me on 𝗏𝗏, I wanted to give you guys a solid entry here, but we got to be smart about this. And this could be a longer term entry for us on 𝗏𝗏. So the first big zone that I've got for you is 505 to about 480. So this level for me is big. It's a key level here for 𝗏𝗏 that we want to see. 505 to about 480, that is what we want. Look at our horizontals, look at our 382, look at this massive anchored VWAP, look at this trend, this whole situation here for me on 𝗏𝗏. I think that's a high conviction zone, 500 to 480, big level there for us. Is there a short-term move? Yes, potentially. But for me, no entry here. For me, it's 550. Look for that. Might get a bounce there at 550. So 𝗏𝗏, guys, that is unfortunately the bad news, okay? Obviously, if this thing starts ripping, you can bang out a trend and you can try and grab some kind of trend break. You can see your main horizontal here is 590. So you really want to pop that and then start sending it. But right now, as far as 𝗏𝗏 is concerned...
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Can we pop the likes, guys? This guy's putting in so much work and we can't pop off the likes? I really have to pause the show while he's giving out bangers? Unbelievable.
At least he looks after me. He looks like he takes care of me. It's very nice, very nice. Okay, so 𝗏𝗏, that's the deal. You've got the situation there on 𝗏𝗏, how to play that. So you right now we're trying to snipe entries. We know the upside is Valhalla. Okay, we know that. Okay, we know it's 700, 800, 1,000, all those things. So right now we're trying to snipe entries here that could work later on. So right now you've got those levels of 𝗏𝗏. Remember all these charts, guys. Ray puts them straight in Sniper Club during and after the show. They're going to start appearing there for you guys. So if you're a Sniper Club member, that's where you get them. And yeah, link in the description for Sniper Club. Okay.
Honestly, everybody here should be in Sniper Club. Hold on, let's address that. Why is everybody not in Sniper Club?
They literally should be in Sniper Club. Guys, that's where it's hot. All the alphas in there. All the alphas in there, guys. It's all in there.
And then jump in next week.
He's looking after me today. Okay, so this is our Near situation. Now, Near is another AI play, okay? We know it's a layer one, but people like to talk about Near with regards to AI strength, AI play. So what I want to show you here for Near, on the 4 hour, we might have some kind of short-term bounce brewing, okay? That you saw that little trade that I opened there. It was a scalp trade, looking for a short little move. I've got quite a tight stop here. on near, just in case this market's going to reject us. So the last time we had the yellow dot at the bottom here on the Wave Master, you can see what happened here. We pushed these lows, and then they started sending this guy higher. We now have a little yellow print as well, and we are at the bottom. So we are looking for a push higher. Here's another example here on the left-hand side. Look what happened there, round about that region. They started sending us higher. So there could be a short-term move coming for near, and that is why I quickly jumped into it. We can also see on that Algo Master here that we've got the rising trend is still in play. So their buy that they printed over here, that is still in play. You can see the green trend, and we are getting held up on nearby. The anchored VWAP, the 618, the trend, okay, and some horizontals. So for me, main support on near 4.75. That is what you want to watch, 4.75. So if you do get some kind of dip into that zone, 4.75 is your first sort of big zone that you really want to sit up and start paying attention to if we drop into there, because that is ideally where we want some kind of bounce there on near. So I'm just going to zoom in here so you guys can see this, and that is what we're looking at. So 4.75. Look at that wick earlier on the little sell-off. That is going to be your main support. Then you can dial in a little bit more if you're a little bit more degen, and you can start looking at tighter levels here on near. And what you're going to be looking at is some horizontals in play. Okay, bang, look at that. Okay, first line of horizontals. Let's see. Now, remember, the tighter we go in, the tighter we move in here, the more degen this becomes, the more high risk this becomes, and the more risk you stand of getting stopped out once, twice, 3 times before something works. Remember, your hot zones are always your big areas lower down. So sometimes you might need a much smaller position, and you can use then these big zones as your stop areas and exit areas. So we need this Bitcoin pump to continue. We need it to keep moving. If it is going to, then you might get some kind of retest on near, and I would say 4.8. And I would say 4.83 and 4.8. Those are your sort of bullish zones on the 15 minutes. Now, this is absolute degen stuff here. Okay, so 4.83, 4.79. Okay, those are your degen retest zones that you're going to be watching. Your main level is the one I spoke about earlier, 4.75, and then those absolute lows. So you could get a pumper there on near. And then let's talk GRT. Also been pretty disappointing, but also an AI narrative play. So there could be something here for GRT. But if we look at it in this perspective, we can see GRT is actually still a little bit bearish. Okay, that's why on the higher time frame, 0.1519. Okay, and there, Retail Crypto News says USDT dominance is rising. Guys, let this be a warning. Okay, pay attention. And 0.1519. Let's watch that area to the downside on the bigger picture chart. Now, if we zoom in, is there a potential move coming on GRT? And let's take a look. So here's GRT on the 1 hour. And if we zoom in here, we can see, what did we get here? We got a nice little clean sell-off on GRT. We also hit a couple of lows in the last 24 hours. Look at that. We bottomed out quite nicely here, had another test today, and quite a hard bounce. But now we've got some work to do on GRT. So scalpers and degens, this thing is at resistance now. If you are looking for a GRT bounce, could be a play short term. Okay, what you can do is watch today's low, 0.1658. Okay, so if we do reject, medium-sized rejection here on BTC, 0.16258. That is your main support that you can start looking for some kind of buy here on GRT. So it's going to look something along these lines down here. And if we get a brutal Bitcoin rejection and they're really trying to end us, then we are starting to look at lower levels. So GRT, your next level that you're going to watch, 0.158 is what you're going to be watching, and that is your next lower time frame level. Now remember, always zoom out. Okay, bigger picture tells us we could see GRT at 1519. Remember Tower, bigger picture tells us we could see Tower at 500 again. So it's not off the table yet, especially I remind you here with this dominance that is absolutely ripping. We really need a proper dominance rejection here, guys. Proper size rejection to help some of these altcoins. Okay, so near and GRT, AI plays that you guys have got. Then an update on this Ondo trade. I mean, this was insanity. I gave you guys my Ondo stop loss yesterday. And look at this. Look how close. They nearly stopped me. Okay, look at this thing. It missed it by... I got 0.2 or 0.1. And why is anyone trading anything? Exactly, James. I concur. You concur, right? So Ondo, they nearly grabbed that stop. I mean, I don't know how I survived that one. And off she goes. So Still holding this Ondo position and on 𝗬𝗥. So remember, guys, there's 1 week left on this 𝗬𝗥 offer that they are giving you. It's only for 100 people that have signed up here for this link. If you put in $100 and you trade $10,000 of volume, they're sending the first 100 that have signed up to the 𝗬𝗥 link in the description here $100 that you can trade with as well. So it's a limited offer here for you guys. And I've actually got the 𝗬𝗥 boss. He's here. He's actually came to visit me, and he's here for the next week. So we're going to be hanging out. I'm going to make sure that we get some deals from you guys. So just to recap here, some deals for you guys from them. Okay, so just make sure that recap here on Ondo, you can see what is going on. This was our level yesterday, and we spoke about this Ondo dipping into this type of zone, and this was a hot zone for us, the 618, the VWAP, the horizontals, and you can see there was a big stop hunt yesterday, and I got stop hunted on Bonk. They absolutely smashed me. I hit lots of stops on a couple of others, and but we live to see another day. Okay, so right now, Ondo traders, where can you add, or where can I add to my position? So right now we can see Ondo is now at resistance and looking for a little bit higher before I start adding now to that position. So yesterday I added to Ondo at the lows. What do I want to see? I want to see a hard break here. Then I'm going to add on any retest here for me on Ondo. That's a big zone for me where I can add to that position. So until then, my stop remains where it is. Okay, no, it's a hard stop. And obviously expecting these lows to hold on any pullbacks. I'm adding to that position if we break higher. We need to break higher, then retest. You can see I've got some anchored VWAPs in the way here for us as well. And that is clearly a resistance band. Look at that. Big resistance here for us at the moment. So let's get through that. Then we can have some fun with Ondo and we can start pushing that one a little bit harder. So be a little bit patient if you took that Ondo trade there yesterday with us. And then Chaos highlighting today. He's told me Bitcoin, BNB, and it might be, if BNB falls over, Bitcoin's going to fall over too. Short incoming. Okay, so this is looking shorty. There are signs out there in the market. At some point, we're going to get a rejection. Okay, so remember, short-term pumps, take some profits, tighten stops, do these things, be safe. Here's a potential short on BNB that is coming into the equation. You can see we are now banging into a resistance band here, banging into a resistance band. We got a little wick, a little bit higher up. So BNB, little push into that zone. Could be a short here, anything from 610 to 620, looking for something along these lines, and then rinse it all the way down. Okay, that is the current game plan for BNB. And so 610 to 620, possible short coming in. And we can see we're using Wavemaster here on the 8 hour, using MDX Algo. That's printed a yellow dot. What happens when you print a yellow dot there? Look at that. We had that example there, rinsed. Let's see what happened here. That was a bullish dot. Let's look at the next bearish dot. What did they give us? Double top. Where was that dot? There, double top, rinse. Okay, here we had it again. Yellow dot, rinse. Okay, we got a yellow dot. Smells like a rinse. Ray, do you concur?
Concur, sir.
He concurs. Okay, so lots of yellow dots on Wavemaster MDX. That is there's a link for that actually in the description. You guys want to give it a go. And then I promised you guys some meme coins. And I've just been buying some meme coins. Now remember, I'm not a meme coin expert, okay? I rely on other people to give me information, and I buy some, and sometimes they go to zero, sometimes they do a 5x, 10x, and sometimes they float around and do nothing. So memes are high risk, super high risk plays, and I'll just give you some memes that I've been buying, and if you guys like it, I'll carry on bringing more, okay? Because the alpha comes to me, and if it's relevant, I'll share it with you guys. So if this is what you like, you need to let me know in the comments, and I can do that. So first one here is 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪, which is the dog's name of the Doge. Okay, this is the dog's name. Okay, also high risk play here for you guys. This is on ETH, so it's 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗪 on ETH. I've bought some of this thing, 8.9 million market cap. Yes, it can go straight to zero. So make sure you are playing safe on this thing. Literally, guys, remember, these meme coins can absolutely rug you and send you to zero. Okay, so I've got some of this 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗪. Let's see. Looking for bigger, looking for higher time. And remember, these things, you can always buy them much lower down. Wait for the pullbacks, wait for the dips. And if they remain active, you'll see the chart will remain relatively active. So look a little bit lower. Look down here. It's about 0.1. Okay, much lower market cap. You can get a little bit lower down. So just be patient on this one. You can see it's trending down. So give it some time. Let it drop a little bit lower. I'm just bringing this to your attention for now. The other one is DTI. This is my election play. Now, we got elections in 2 weeks. This was my small cap election play. This thing, it went from 100K market cap to 4 million market cap. It's back now. You can see this chart. It's starting to grind higher again. It's now at a 765K market cap. Yes, it might be relevant for the next 2 weeks into elections. What happens after that? Who knows? Okay, if Trump is president, maybe it gets legs. This was my small cap play because I missed Trump, I missed Trump, I missed all of those MAGAs, I missed all of those things that went to 200 bazillion. And this could be a low cap play here for us. And I see USDT dominance pumping hard. Guys, if USD dominance is pumping hard, be careful now. Stops, don't FOMO, watch your positions, be careful, be careful. We could get that rejection. Okay, so DTI, election play, let's see what happens. 765K market cap is pretty high risk, okay? Pretty high risk play here, but yeah, have a go with that one if you're interested. The other one is Klaus. You guys probably know about this one already, and I think Carl's been talking about this one for a while, and yeah, we bought some of this Klaus a couple of weeks back, and looks like a vibe. So yeah, I think this thing can go higher. Solid team from what I understand. I think this thing is destined for much bigger levels than where it is now. Remember, risk, risk, risk. You can see, look at these buyers coming through here. Okay, they're buying here. Okay, their guys are buying. So just play it safe. But here is Klaus. It's on ETH as well. Strong team there. Then I've got this Juice thing. This is Juice on ETH. This is a bot. And it might be something happening here with this Juice play. Also, small market cap. And just make sure you guys always get the right token addresses and the right things. And then I bought another one called Fuck ETH. Literally called Fuck ETH, FK ETH. And the reason behind this one is the gas fees on ETH are going to go high. If ETH goes to 4K, 5K, it's going to be super high. So this is Fuck ETH on Sol, okay? And it's probably cheaper. Okay, so there you go. There's a little bit of alpha for you guys. And yeah, good luck. Remember, you can literally go to zero. I just warning you again, you can literally go to zero on these things. So whatever you're doing there, you got to play safe. Guys, let's just check BTC quickly. I don't want to leave you guys here with a big rejection and we got to start going to zero. We're getting fucked, right? It's going to zero, bro. Okay, so right now what we're going to do is we just want to watch these retests hold. Okay, we want to hold a couple of levels here on BTC. Nothing to panic about just yet. Okay, I'll tell you when you panic. Okay, you panic when there's a big red candle and it starts just dipping below that trend. Okay, that is when you start panicking. Right now you chill. You can see we're hitting our first horizontal test. Then we've got our 67,500. We chill down here. Okay, it gets spicy. Okay, I'm expecting a bounce at 66.6. But lower than that, spicy, guys. Lower than that, fasten your seatbelts, tighter stops. Just be cool, okay? Just don't FOMO too hard here. Play it safe. It's Friday. I'm back on Banter on Sunday night. So 2 hours after my regular show time. So that's going to be, it should be 1:30 EST on Sunday. I'm live again. So whatever happens this weekend, whether we pump it or whether we dump it, I'm coming for you guys on Sunday. We're going to have setups. We're going to do whatever we need to do. Okay, so Sunday, just be ready for me. And if you're at home, make time. Okay, make time. It's going to be a big show. Because if we reject, we got entries coming. If we're pumping, we've got retest entries coming. It's going to be a banger. So guys, have a great weekend. See you later.
I went short.